Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Dogs.com.au wrap-up, and what an episode we have to get through today. First up, we travel to Bulli for the 2020 Civil Road Bulli Gold Cup. We get all of the action post-race. We travel to the Meadows for a big night of the Australian Cup heats. We'll then move on to a former New South Welshman dominating the Launceston Cup, before another star of greyhound racing takes a break from the track. But first up today, we travel to the Bulli Greyhound Club on Saturday night for the running of the 2020 Civil Road Bulli Gold Cup, where Pindari Express will be looking to create history by becoming the first greyhound to claim back-to-back titles. The task would not be easy though, with Australian track win record holder Turbo Thomas and fastest heat winner Ebby Infrared all looking to reign on the freight train's parade.
Racing. First to hit Terra Firma was Turbo Thomas, is going to lead Caviar Quality. Ebby Infrared chisels for the inside, run up to 4 Bill Bath, then Burning Fuel. Pindari Express is midfield with Low Flying Crow. Tennessee Tiger with a lot of work to do, and Burning Fuel is back at the tail. They're about to straighten, and Turbo Thomas leads the cup field into the straight. Ebby Infrared's chasing hard, and here's the freight train. Oh, he's going to go back to back. Pindari Express, he just drops on him late.
The win was in fact the first time any greyhound had won back-to-back Bulli Gold Cups, and was also the second time Pindari Express had won the title after failing to win his heat. Trainer Tracy Screws said the win was special to not just her, but also to her family.
Oh, look, it certainly does. He's coming towards the end of his racing career. He's 4 in May, and to beat these young dogs and to go back-to-back, I believe he's the first dog to go back-to-back, so yeah, just unreal, unreal. Yeah. This is his track, he's got plenty of room to wind up, run him down, and, I know he's not brilliant early, but yeah, look, he is a magnificent dog. Means the world to our family. He's done everything for us, been the first city winner, the first group winner, first record holder, and hopefully first stud dog.
Well, as you can see there, this win certainly does mean a lot to Tracy, so we wish her and her beloved Charlie all the very best into the future, whatever that may hold. Next, we headed to Melbourne for the heats of the Australian Cup, where they will run at the Meadows on Saturday night. The greyhound of the moment right now, Whiskey Riot, would headline the event and would not let the punters down, producing a scintillating 6th length victory to claim Heat 5 in the best of night time.
Racing and Whiskey Riot began very smartly indeed, straight to the lead, settling down. Up to second is Kirtley, followed then by Steinbrenner as they turn to the back straight, and the leader was the favourite Whiskey Riot. Raced away to the back straight, about 4 lengths in front. Kirtley, they were followed by Steinbrenner. Gavin the race into submission, followed further back by Aston Perignon. Then came Riley's Page and Big Star up the back straight. Look at him go. Whiskey Riot is scarpered away from the opposition here. Steinbrenner followed by submission, but the King Whiskey Riot has won by about 6 lengths.
It was, mate. Like I said, last week he began beautiful, but he stumbled on the mat, and I left him a little bit fresh last week, but I put a little bit of more work in him this week, and he just timed it beautiful.
That wouldn't be the only winner for Anthony as a party on the night, with Fernando's Riot claiming a strong Heat 8 against the company of Lucy's Milo, Oakvale Beauty and Snags Mackenzie to book his place in Saturday night's Group 1 final.
Fernando's Riot going through quickly now is Lucy's Milo driving up on the inside. Out of the straight, Lucy's Milo got up on the inside to lead over Fernando's Riot. 3 away, then came Jim Zardashian, followed then by Black Signature. Then Snags Mackenzie over on the inside, followed by Run Barber Run. Oakvale Beauty at the tail is Helmet Bale coming off the back straight, and Lucy's Milo the leader. A length and a half clear. Fernando's Riot rallies again to the outside. Fernando's Riot going out to Lucy's Milo, hits the lead. Fernando's Riot won it from Lucy's Milo. Jim Zardashian.
Yeah, it was, he come out tonight. That was the secret with this dog. He can hit and miss, but he's been beginning a lot better. He's just like his brother. He's maturing all the time, and he's always under the shadows of his brother, but, he always gives it all he's got. And I want to congratulate the owner too, mate. They're the first dog they've owned, and they bought him as a pup off Colin and Sandra, and we're all very close. And for him, for Annalise, his wife as well, they'll be just wrapped, mate. I tell you, they'll rip the TV off the wall, fan income. So I'm really happy they made Australian Cup with this dog.
The field for this year's Australian Cup has been drawn and will look as follows, with Aston K drawing the red, Hardstyle Rico the white, Fernando's Riot in the green, and pre-race favourite Whiskey Riot in the pink. We'd like to wish all the runners all the very best in this year's Group 1 final. Now, moving on to the Group 1 Fanta Bale Superstayers, where we once again saw a strong lineup of staying talent all looking to book their place in Saturday night's final. Taking out the best of night honours in the heats would be True Detective, who claimed his 18th win from 30 career starts, defeating the red-hot youngster Here's Tears to claim Heat 3 on Saturday night.
And the leader is True Detective by a length and a half clear. In second spot is Here's Tears, 10 lengths away. Zipping Gallons winding up the spots of a big start. Followed further back then by Black Beauty. Over on the inside of Darabelle, turning though. True Detective the leader. Here's Tears trying to bridge the gap on the outside. It's True Detective, too good though. True Detective first, Here's Tears second.
Here's how the final will look for next Saturday's Group 1 Stays event, with True Detective in the red, Here's Tears the checks, Rajasthan in the white, and Just Turns, another from the Azzopardi kennels wearing the 5 rug. For all the details ahead of what will no doubt be a bumper night of greyhound racing both on and off the track, be sure to head to themeadows.org.au. And continuing our journey south today, we're now crossing the Bass Strait where we head to Tasmania, where last Monday night we saw the running of the Division 1 Ladbrokes Launceston Cup, and it was a greyhound formerly trained right here in New South Wales by Charlie Riccio, now in the astute hands of, well, you guessed it, Anthony Azzopardi.
Pearson Connected runs into second spot. Further back, Buckle Up, a zone of Twisted Reality, and they were followed well back in the field by Outlawed Teddy, Mr. Camacho, and Windburn Lethal tailed off, but Cation had a one at the start and races away brilliantly to take the cup. Cation by 5 on the line, second goes to Twisted.
Well, that was a fantastic performance there from Cation, and we'd like to take this moment to congratulate both Charlie and Anthony on that win. He's an impressive greyhound, and we know just how much this victory would mean to you both. Now, as we mentioned right here on the dogs.com.au wrap-up last week, it seems as though we've been farewelling at many of the stars of greyhound racing from the track of late, and that trend continued early last week with Frank and Tracy Hurst making the decision to give Good Odds Harada a break at stud for a period of time. Having claimed the 2019 Tab $1 Million Chase and Group 1 Dapto Megastar, along with contesting the National Championships at Cannington, Melbourne Cup and Temlee campaigns in Victoria, along with the Group 1 Gold Bullion at Albion Park, the travel was getting a little much for the racing star, and with demand for breeding coming in thick and fast, the Hurst thought the decision best for all involved. Well, given we haven't seen the last of Good Odds Harada, who knows? We may witness our first ever back-to-back $1 Million Chase champion later this year. And finally today on the wrap-up, the first of the 2020 Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg Preludes will run at Wentworth Park over the weekend, with those greyhounds not as short of a place looking to get their final chance at qualification for the Group 1 event. Out of the Preludes, Nangar Diva would run the fastest qualifying time, going around the 520 circuit at Wentworth Park in 29.90.
Nangar Diva took off, at least by 5 or 6 incapacitated. 4 away in the field to Ancient Secret. They were followed then by Telegraph Road, and a mile back in the field, Lenray Bonus, Fancy Irene and Grand Carter, but Nangar Diva turns in front. Incapacitators run a Gallons race for second, but Nangar Diva leads all the way, 2.5 incapacitated.
The Preludes for the Ladbrokes Golden Easter Egg will continue this coming Saturday night, so make sure you head to thedogs.com.au for all of the information you will need ahead of what is said to be a big night of racing at HQ. Thanks for watching, and we hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of the dogs.com.au wrap-up.